The tribes in India form an important and integral part of the total population of the country. It represents an element in Indian society which is integrated with the cultural mosaic of our civilization. The tribal population of India constitutes nearly 10% of the total population, which accounts for about 110 million people according to the 2011 census. There are over 5,000 tribes in India. They live all over the country, from the foothills of the Himalayas in the north to the lands of the tip of the Lakshadweep in the south, and from the plains of the Gujarat in the west to the hills in the northeast. This documentary-style capstone speaks about the tribes that have been residing in the western part of India, particularly the tribes in the Union Territory of Dadra and Nagar Haveli. This capstone will investigate the tribe's development in the last 25 years since the time industries were invited with zero tax benefits into these protected tribal lands for their development and industrialization and to pull them out of their so-called backwardness. The million-dollar question is, has the bringing in of the industries benefited the tribal people and made them less backward?
The industry, to my mind, has not helped the tribals at all. It was not a service to the tribals.
Another major issue is that the fertile lands were bought by the industries to install their plant. These industries have polluted the fields around them by emitting chemical waste. They have destroyed the environment, the traditional ecosystem. Dadra and Nagar Haveli was known for its beauty. The land and nature is very dear to the tribal people. Industrial development has brought an ecological disaster.
Has their present industrial development made their lives better, holistic, integral, flourishing, sustainable? Were they not living holistic, integral, sustainable human lives earlier?
And the word backward is used for standards like health, like education, nutrition, hair, and even natural or even facilities like water supply, electricity, housing and all that. So they are backward because you don't see roads, you don't see buildings, you don't see cities, you don't see prosperity in the so-called way. And therefore you call them backward areas, and then you invite capitalists to invest in industries, in mining, in roads, in urbanization in these areas, basically to exploit these natural resources.
The point is, a tribal community had their own culture. Now we shifted them into mainstream life, where their cultural package doesn't have any relevance. It is a new game. It has to have new laws.
Is tribal living sustainable? For us, the word tribe connotes primitiveness. Primitiveness is backwardness. It is seen negatively, and thus the push to get away from tribal living and to be part of a modernized world. But the question is modernized living sustainable?
So for me, development is one, freedom of choice of what I want, how I want, for myself, for our community and for the future community, for future generations. The tribal traditional culture has that all this nature is not a gift given to us by our ancestors, but it is a loan from our next generations. I think that is the concept of sustainability. That is all that is around us, all that we are doing is something that is not given to us to finish, to just consume and be happy. But it's a loan from the next generations. It's a loan that we have to repay with interest.
We discuss and study sustainability. What does sustainability mean? Is it a global project, or is sustainability a local project? We have discussed about integral human development. What does it mean in the context of the lives of the tribes? We have spoken about flourishing living. Are the lives of tribes that are not modernized, mechanized, or materialized are not flourishing?
डोंगर फोडतो आम्ही दगड जोडतो आम्ही रक्ताच्या सिमेटान धरण बांधतो आम्ही रक्ताच्या सिमेटान धरण बांधतो आम्ही सुख तुम्हाला दुःख आम्हाला सुख तुम्हाला दुःख आम्हाला होलिया 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 होला होलिया होलिया हो हे होलिया 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 होला होलिया होलिया हो जंगल साफ करतो आम्ही रान सुपीक करतो आम्ही जंगल साफ करतो आम्ही रान सुपीक करतो आम्ही घामाने भिजून या पीक पिकवतो आम्ही घामाने भिजून या पीक पिकवतो आम्ही अन्न तुम्हाला उपास आम्हाला अन्न तुम्हाला उपास आम्हाला होलिया 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 होला होलिया होलिया हो हे होलिया 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 होला होलिया होलिया हो